My guest today is Dida Lange, and Dida is in Nebraska, and she has a really special gift that she's sharing today. So, Dida, thank you so much for joining me. I'm thrilled for this conversation. How are you?
I'm doing very well here in Nebraska. We've got some decent weather still on our side. I know we're in a season change here soon, and if Nebraska tells it like it always does, we have sometimes all four seasons in one week. But we're looking pretty sunny and pretty out today, so I'm in a good mood with the sun being out.
Awesome. Awesome. And so, Didi, you have, like I said, you have a very special skill, and that is it's thrifting. And I know I had my friend Jenny on last week, and she does a lot of thrifting, but she does a lot of like furniture thrifting. But you do a lot of clothing thrifting, which I think is super fun because I am not a fashion person, but I am very intrigued by the fashion industry.
Yeah.
So I really love the whole idea of thrifting fashion. So if you don't mind telling us about that, like how does that work for you?
So when I go in thrift fashion, what I am is a style coach and or what you would call a personal stylist or personal shopper. Um, so what I do is when I work with my clients one-on-one, they fill out a form, they give me all their information, and from their like measurements, their personality, just like some little personal questions that I want to get to know them about, whether, do they have kids, are they married, what age are you, and so on. This helps me to kind of get to know them when I go to shop for them. I have this visual of this person and who they are, or what they do for a living, because truly your style is an expression, an outward expression of who you are, and it tells the world how you feel about yourself. So me getting to know them is very important, not just their measurements. It's me trying to see this visual of who they're trying to be or who they are. So what I do is I get that form, it's filled out, I look it over, and then they get a Pinterest board ready for me, and that is all their desired styles. Like, they just start pinning away and they collaborate that board with me so I can see it. I usually tell them to at least pin 20. I know that's a lot, but that really gives me a whole aesthetic of who they
Sure.
are or why they desire this style along with their form. Once I have that, I go to numerous thrift stores. Um, I can say I've been lucky to have found most of what my client needs in one thrift store, but typically not the case. So during my travels and going to these thrift stores, I shop at probably bigger corporate thrift stores, yes, but I shop at smaller community thrift stores and even like church sales or garage sales or estate sales. Those are the ones that kind of really reach my heart. A lot of the money that goes into those are giving back to the community. That is like an all around just win-win for everybody. Not only is my client getting a new style, but they are like supporting a small business like myself, and then on top of it they're able to, that money that they're giving me is going into a community that needs it and people in need. So
Mhm.
it looks, thrifting has just always been something in my life. My mom thrifted, my grandma thrifted, my aunt Barbara, like, it's just a generation of women that thrifted. And it used to be like you didn't tell people you were wearing used clothes or hand me downs. That was almost like shameful. You weren't cool.
Mhm.
I'm 38, so we're talking like a few years, like several years back. Now thrifting is such a trendy thing right now. And people are seeing how beneficial it is and just how cool it is to find these pieces that are unique or dead stock or one of a kind, because they're no longer being produced and or quality
Mhm.
of the vintage fashion that was slow fashion. It's not fast fashion like some of these other brands that are shopped quite frequently online or in person.
Right. Right. I mean, I know I do a lot of shopping at thrift stores because I don't like to pay expensive prices.
Yeah,
But I'll and I'm looking for, more expensive names, the
yeah,
bigger brands like,
yeah.
I don't know, Gloria Vanderbilt or whatever, because
Oh,
they're built better, made better. They're
yeah,
just a higher
yeah.
quality than, the ones that are super stretchy and are gonna just bust open.
Well, sure.
Um,
You're looking for pieces that are going to sustain. They're
yeah.
going to last you several wears and like withhold all the wear and tear that you're going to give them. I absolutely understand that. The fast fashion is exactly that, fast fashion. It's not meant to have that sustainability or that wear and tear. It's fast, it's quickly produced.
Yeah. And it is, I mean, I never really thought of it as like poorly made, and I don't know because I don't purchase it, but I mean, I guess I sort of do. I do buy t-shirts and stuff, um, but I mean, I always thought of it as just like, this year it's cool, next year it's not cool. Like,
Yeah.
this year it's in, this year it's in, next year it's not. So we're just gonna pass it off. But it is also like made with probably lighter fabrics or whatever that are not gonna withstand a lot of wear. Um, that might be right, that might be wrong. I don't know, but that could also go into the fast part. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. And, everybody has their own opinion or world around the fact of this or, the politics of it. I don't necessarily dive into the politics of it. I just know that I enjoy a piece that is going to be unique and not everybody is going to be wearing. I also enjoy a piece that is going to have good quality. I also enjoy a piece that is dead stock and isn't going to be made again.
hmm. Interesting. Yeah. And I've been watching some of your posts, and I like the boots post that you did today. Those they were intense. Like,
Yeah.
they were cool. And you said they weren't your size, but you were buying them anyway.
No, sadly, they were not my size. Otherwise, I would have kept them myself and wore them at least for a couple outfits. But they weren't my size, but that does not mean I am not picking those up. Typically, I will pick up unique items like that or pieces that really stand out. Because I do sell individual pieces on other platforms, but sometimes I will have a bundle or a client come in and that'll be her style and I can pluck that from my own inventory, which is nice.
Excellent. And so I'm curious, Dita, where this, I mean, obviously this is a generational thing, but why does this mean so much to you?
So, and this is so new to me that I actually am starting to share my story or my driving why per se on why I do what I do, or as a style coach, why I have so much passion for it, and not just for styling other women and giving them confidence and empowering other women globally, but also for what like thrift stores actually do for the community and the planet. And like I said, I don't get into the politics of the other stuff too much, but what I love to talk about, and you probably saw in my last post that I did finally share a little bit of my story, is these small communities that have these thrift stores, and I actually work part-time at one of them. They give back to their homeless shelter, their food bank, and also women and children getting out of abusive situations that come out of it with nothing, like as little as only the clothes on their back, and they're hitting the restart button and they're looking for a safe place that they can provide for their children, and they don't know the next step. So telling a little bit about my story is I come from 20 plus years in the fashion industry as a model and an actress. And I absolutely love the world. I'm not going to deny that there are some memories that I have of being a model or actress that I wouldn't trade for anything. And the experiences they were just, they were phenomenal. I got to meet people that I never thought I could meet, and even celebrities, and like, what, I'm in Nebraska. So I do love the world. So before I speak this story, I just want people to know that the world of modeling is not all negative. But my experience from it created something that now is a driving why. So when I was in the modeling industry itself, I was on the runway in New York, and I got off the runway and I met with an agent. And this is the moment in my career that created a lot of, or where my insecurities of being good enough started. And he had told me to, at 5'10" and size 2, to lose 3 inches. And to hear that when you're already so
Size
thin
2.
and tall, and you think that you're good enough the way you are, to hear that really put a dent. And I was trying to fit this mold, or trying to put my body in this mold that wasn't, it just was unhealthy, and all around, mental and physically. Luckily, I have a family that supports me, and that didn't last very long when it came to an eating disorder, and I fought body dysmorphia. So fast forward to like a future here of me not feeling good enough, and my self-worth was just, I had a lot of insecurities, and I didn't have a whole lot of self-worth. I got married young and divorced after 10 years in my marriage. And within that marriage, I had a kid. When I divorced, I really felt like a failure. And I was back to that feeling of just not good enough, and going back into the dating world, hitting the restart button again. And it wasn't a bad divorce at all by any means, but it was a divorce, and it meant I failed. I got into a relationship shortly after that, very shortly after that, and it was an abusive one. Yeah. And I felt stuck for a few years, and it really impacted me. And luckily, I was able to get out of it and hit the restart button by going back home to my parents. And I had that support system. There are so many women out there that have been mentally, or currently being mentally or physically abused, that don't have anywhere to go, no family, no friends to come and be that backbone or that support when they need to leave. And I have learned that some of these thrift stores that I shop at, or church sales, they're using that profit to be that space for those women and children. And I couldn't be more in love with the fact that this is even a program. Just recently working at the local thrift store in my own community that provides this, they give these women or men, I'm not, when it comes to abuse, I'm not just targeting and saying that women are the only victims, men can be as well. I'm not saying that. But they give these families, or women or men, these vouchers, and they get to go shopping at this thrift store for free and get these items that they need and provide for them, and including hygiene and household, because they're starting over, they're hitting the reset button. Right. And they help them find a job, and they help them get that safely. So it's just really all around what I'm doing. Yes, it's helping save the planet, by keeping stuff out of the landfill, and we're loving secondhand, and it's super trendy. But to me, it's more than that. It's way more than that. Not only is that money going into support me to help other women feel empowered and confident in their new style, expressing who they are authentically through that style globally, but it's also helping me reach out to these communities that are providing programs for such a cause that I personally have my heart for.
Wow. I have no words for that. Like that is just,
Yeah, yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
I mean, it makes me want to just go start a thrift store.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. And it just baffles me. It blows my mind that this was under my nose even younger. Like I thrifted, I shopped at these thrift stores that were like small, and I've always thrifted, but let alone did I ask or even know where the profit was going. These big corporate thrift stores, they do great causes too. I'm not saying that they have their own ways of helping the world. But there is something to be said about a small community thrift store that actually is giving back to that community truly almost 100% of their profit. And they're allowing these people to fill that safe space again, and allowing these people to know that someone else cares. You may not have family or friends here. There was a gal that came into the thrift store. They literally came from another state to get into this program because they knew about it through somebody else and get help.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it was a family. It's just so cool. It's so cool what they do. And the churches are the same way. When you go to a church sale, they're helping some people or families out of poverty or out of abusive situations, or someone that's really in need.
Right. Well, and just thinking about that too. I mean, you were saying to give these people vouchers to just go in and shop and pick out things that they need. It could
Yeah.
be that you're just handing them, random things and say, "Here you go." But you're
Yes.
saying, "Pick out what you like."
Right.
And make it yours and not say,
Yeah.
"Okay, sorry, this doesn't fit. This is what you get," you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's so cool that we give them that opportunity. It's them going in and actually having a little spark and a little fun with like getting something that they can call theirs again, after maybe leaving or losing everything.
Right. Oh
So
man.
yeah, yeah, so cool. And it just really it makes such a huge impact, but it makes a huge impact on my heart to know that I can be a part of it. Not only work at that thrift store part-time, but also shop there
And
and
support them.
support them. And as a small business with this kind of movement, um, it just gives me so much passion to do what I do, on top of empowering women and dressing them in the style that expresses the authentic self.
Does that, gosh, um, do the people that you work with, Dita, do they
Yeah.
know that you're shopping at these smaller thrift stores and supporting this cause? Are they aware of this as well? And they're like, please shop there. Like, I want to support them as well. Or do they know that when you shop there or when you're delivering stuff, like I shopped here and this is supporting not just you, but it's also, you also supported, this woman or this person that was in an abusive, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I absolutely do.
Ooh. Oh, come back.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, so sorry about that. um no, I actually just now started to share this and why my movement is. To be honest with you, it took so much of me um to actually share this, to actually put my heart out there, and uh my own personal situations and not be fear of judgment or somebody, backlashing on it or anything like that. So this is very new for me to actually share my own story and my own driving why. I slightly have shared uh my my reasoning in empowering women and
Mm-hmm.
not feeling good enough, but I have not shared the whole abusive background and
Yeah.
where my heart is as far as like giving back. And you know i think I think it's going to be good for others to hear this, to know that it's more than me just styling you, that it's actually going to make a difference somewhere else too, and they get to be a part of that. um but I guess I
Absolutely.
didn't wrap my head around that when I first started my business. So I'm just recently opening the doors and being vulnerable with my own personal story, and also another reason why I do what I do.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I mean, I first, goodness, I can't even, I am so grateful for everything that you've been through and that you are so brave to share that, because that's unbelievable and it is so strong. You are so strong to come back from that, and you are so strong to not just come back from that, but to bring it into what you're doing and to do it every day. And
Thank you.
I just want I don't want you to cry. I just want you to know what the impact is that you are making on me and hopefully my listeners, because I want to go find every small thrift store now and make
Oh,
sure that they are supporting the community and make sure that I'm supporting them, because now
absolutely.
I know. I did not know this.
Yeah, a lot of people actually don't know, and I personally didn't know until I started doing this and realizing and talking to managers at thrift stores and
Right?
talking, being social there and getting to know the staff. And it is so beautiful. And I thank you for saying I'm strong. I don't always think I'm strong. I live a very good life now, a very healthy and happy marriage, and a family that I can't get enough of. To be honest with you, I never thought I would have three boys, but I love each and every one of them for their individual personalities. They're a lot of fun. But I do see counseling for triggers of my abusive relationship that I had in the past. So the counseling does help for anyone out there that has gone through it and they have not sought out counseling. I highly suggest it. I don't know that a person actually gets past that situation
Right.
without.
You're not cured.
Yeah, yeah. And I was talking, I actually, a gal that came in this thrift store that just she left a state. She left her home state, completely uprooted herself and moved to Nebraska. And she was in a horrible, physically abusing relationship. And she overheard me talking to a girlfriend of mine that came in to visit me at the thrift store about my counseling session. And she said, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I want to interrupt you because I need some help. I don't know where to go for counseling. And I just left this abusive relationship. I'm in fear of leaving my house. Sometimes I can't even sleep. I need somebody.
Did you
And I
just
gave
walk
her,
over and hug her?
yeah, you want to do that. Yeah. Yeah. I try to be
Right.
mindful of her space.
Is it
And
okay if I hug you?
yes, yes.
Right?
But she was starting to cry right then and there because, it was God sent that I was able to help her, um, help her find somebody to talk to and give her that information. And I just, hearing her story, I'm just like, wow, wow, you guys. This world, like we need to do something. We need to do something. We need to hold together.
Right.
Um, it just, this has been God sent, the whole thing. The whole thing that I'm doing, the thrift store I'm working at, knowing other churches and thrift stores that provide for their community. And yes, the abusive like situations for women and children hit home a little bit more for me, and I'm a little bit more supportive of that. But it goes more than that. It's, you know, families in poverty that can barely put food on the table. It's people that have messed up in their life and they want to restart and they want to do better, and they're looking for that restart button and a program that can help them get a job and do that again. So it's just about helping.
Yeah. It's about, I mean, taking care of each other and just being just being kind. My goodness.
Yeah, yeah,
Really.
exactly. In the
Uh,
world we're in, and I know we all have so many differences. If we could just set them aside for a minute here and just realize that we're all human, male, female, we're all
right.
human. We need a hand. Sometimes we need help.
Right. Oh my gosh, what a moment that must have been. I mean, for you and for that other girl, for
Yeah,
you to just be like, that was me not so long ago,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
can help her. And for her to be like, what are the chances that I'm in the same place as someone who's been there and can help me,
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
amazing.
And
And in a thrift store of all places, right?
yeah, right. In a thrift store of all places. Um, and I personally was never physically abused. Just to clarify, mine was mental abuse. It was a narcissistic relationship that caused me to actually physically want to harm myself.
Mm,
So that is where that went, a little bit different. But I personally think mental abuse, physical abuse, it's still abuse, no matter what it is. It makes an it makes an impression and in your heart, in your mind, and you live with it, and you have triggers, and you have to talk to somebody. You have to get to somebody and heal. And I can say, like, I don't know that I'm fully healed, but I can say that by talking to somebody and by having such a great support from my family and friends, it was a lot easier for me to heal than if somebody is uprooting their life and has nobody and doesn't know where to turn. So these programs are needed. And my company, Mother Thrifting Queen, is so proud to give back to it.
right. Oh my goodness. And I want to just do a quick plug. I swear
Yeah.
this was not on purpose.
Yeah.
This is in October. This is October 4th.
Yeah.
It's actually Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
No, it's not.
It
Why
is
did I not
Domestic
know this?
Violence Awareness Month.
I should have
Um,
known.
and I swear we did not do this on purpose. It just
No,
turned out that way.
it did. Yes.
So,
That's
uh,
crazy.
but
I love
so there we have it. I just wanted to plug that. So just be mindful of people, folks, and be kind. So, but Dita, thank you so much for sharing that. That's amazing. My goodness. I mean, everything that you've been through was not for nothing, clearly.
No, no. And you know what? When I hope the women that I reach out to and I style and empower them and give them confidence in what who they are, that they go out and they make a change and they make an impact or a difference in whatever's in their heart to do to make that change or impact. And no matter what that is. And I truly believe, that it's just my vehicle. It's my vehicle and I'm driving it, but let me tell you, God is steering it all the way.
Right? Yeah, you're just the messenger. You're just yeah, right? But I mean, I wonder if I have this vision now. Now I'm like sort of lit up. If you were delivering these are these people that you work with, are they local to you or do you ship them to folks?
Yeah, good question. So I do have local clients, but I do have clients that are out of state and even out of country. So yeah,
Ooh,
so we are global, we're international. Um,
wow.
and I love that I can have that. And I'm looking to, like I said, I'm looking to globally reach women. So my visibility, I want it to be very widespread. Um, but no, I don't personally deliver these packages to any of my clients. They're all shipped. They do get like a personal writ little note on each one of their bundles, a quote that I select and think that it needs to go to them to uplift their spirits or whatever that looks like for them, or if they're going through something that I don't know. I don't know. Like I use the power of prayer and I put their bundle together and then write down like a little quote just for them.
Oh, so
And
it's different each one. Oh my
yes,
gosh.
for each one, yes. Because
Oh,
I want it to be the quote that they needed. I don't
right.
want to send a quote to everyone that's the same. Like, um, I will say I recently had sent a package and there was a quote on there. Did not know the girl personally, other than selling to her. But I do this, and I hope that
Her
this quote.
Pinterest page.
Yeah, I hope that this is something that she needed. She messaged me back, and she actually was someone who bought from me individually. So even my individual pieces get quotes with my little logo on there.
Nice.
And she wrote back and she told me, she was like, I don't know how you knew, but I needed this more than you probably did know. And that quote meant so much to me because I'm going through this, and this in my life. And so this is what it's all about.
It's not just clothes.
No, it's never, but the clothes are a perk. We love to look good. We love to feel good in what we wear. We
It's
love
just the
to,
foot in the door, man.
that's right. That's right. That's
Oh my
right.
gosh, that's so cool. But I'm wondering if what it would be like if you were able to like just add a note in saying like that these clothes supported folks that were
Yeah.
coming out of abusive relationships because, something like
Yeah.
that, and that the the money that you paid for this, or this bundle helped to support someone who is coming out of an abusive relationship or something like that, and
Absolutely.
thank you for supporting that or something like that, and then that, if that would just motivate them to be like, I'm going to get more bundles, or to
Yeah.
support you more, or if it
Yeah.
would motivate them to maybe shop at thrift stores more or something like that.
Absolutely. No, I definitely just now getting like the word out that I'm doing this and why I'm doing it, and what these thrift stores also are doing when we're giving money to them. It wouldn't be I mean, I think it'd be a great idea to maybe even create a postcard to put in their bundle that just simply states what this is, and what their some of their money is actually going towards.
Right.
Um, Sometimes when I find pieces in my travel, if they have like a cool story to them, I'll put in like a little note about that actual piece, or if it comes from my own personal stock. Um, but I think it would be good to even have them know that this is where their money is going. So definitely, I think about like creating postcards to
Awesome.
include in there, and just kind of making people aware of how much more they're doing than just getting style delivered at their door.
All right, cool. And so thrifting is good for sustainability purposes because you are not adding to the landfill, because you are purchasing something that you're repurposing something basically, or buying something that was art,
Absolutely.
anyway. But also, so I made a little note just saying, one of the things that you had written in your form was ways that thrifted fashion helps the world, and that is
Yes.
it's just like there are so many ways that could go now that we know this about you, like,
Yeah.
ways that thrifted fashion helps the world. Well, thrifting is taking clothes out of the landfill, but thrifting is also saving people. How about
Yes,
that?
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I also believe when you have a style coach that is helping you by shopping that sustainable fashion, it's keeping people from impulsively buying and going to department stores that are overcharging, going to fast fashion places and, helping produce more in that landfill.
Mm,
Honestly, it is helping you save money by hiring a style coach. It helps you save money in gas. You don't have to drive to how many different locations to try to find these outfits to put them together. You're also saving by not going to department stores and overspending, or maybe even ordering online
hmm.
impulsively, thinking, oh, I'm saving in gas, but now you're ordering online impulsively and you're getting them in and they don't fit you. So you're running the risk of that. And then maybe, wasting that money or wasting your time to return it and try to find something else. It saves you the hassle, the money, the struggle. So,
Right?
and then on top of it, it is sustainable fashion that you're getting. It's not, it's, it's so cool. It's all around saving.
Yeah. Awesome. How many pieces come in a bundle? Like, what does a bundle look like?
Sure. So I do have different sizes, just because everybody has different needs, or some people don't need as many pieces as others. Like some people just want a couple pieces to elevate their closet or refresh it, or maybe somebody's just looking for a style for an event and they just have nothing in their closet since COVID and yoga pants is the go-to. And now I have an event.
I have
Hey,
to leave the house.
right, right. We've all lived in the COVID world where we were quarantined or working from home, and we didn't need all that other stuff to dress up for events. So now it's like doors are open, events are happening, people are doing things. So there's many different needs. So I do have different style bundle sizes. Um, my first one is the standard, and that's going to be your smallest one. It's almost like an introduction. You're going to get 3 fashion pieces, like our 3 pieces of clothing, and then 1 accessory. They'll be mix and match sometimes. And believe it or not, I think it was like, oh my gosh, it was last month's bundle. She was able to get like 4 outfits mix and match out of these pieces. It was actually shocking to myself. I was like, oh my gosh, I actually got 4 looks out of this one bundle. But typically that size bundle is going to get you 1 to 2 looks.
Awesome.
So that is like a one-time, one and done. And then my next level up there is the Supreme Half Moon bundle. That's going to get you 10 fashion pieces and also 1 accessory. That's almost like a U-Haul. That's like, I'm ready to just dump the clothes that I got and give them to
Start
another.
fresh.
Yes. And make sure you don't dump them in the dump, like give them to a thrift store or a church. So that is almost like we're just redoing our style. So from there, that'll get you 5 to 8 looks within that bundle. That is one and done. So typically, if that's something you're looking for, those are 2 size bundles I have that are one and done. From there, I have subscription. That is my most popular. People, it's like Stitch Fix. And you get a bundle every month. You have to commit to 3 months. After 3 months, you can either cancel your subscription or you can keep it going at the rate that you're locked into. I have clients that have just kept it going. And it's awesome. I'm very, very, very thankful for my clients, and I'm so happy that they're pleased every time, every month.
That's fun.
But the subscription is going to get you 4 fashion pieces and one accessory, that typically is going to get you a range from 2 to 4 looks, mix and match in that. And these all come with style form that will be emailed to you to help you mix and match those. So I even assist you or guide you in how you can do that and what it would look like. I just recently went paperless. So now it's emailed. I know we're recycling here, so we better just go paperless. And I also went another route as far as the style bundle form goes. It's more visual instead of typed out. So this time you actually get to see the clothes in your bundle laid out in an outfit and how you can pair them and mix and match them in different ways.
Ooh, that's fun.
I am going to be launching a brand new style bundle size. And I have not released it yet, but looking to release it here soon before Christmas. Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So
oh my gosh.
There'll be different ways to work with me. And I'm trying to meet the needs. I'm not trying to overwhelm people when they go to work with me. So I try to keep the options or the services limited. So we're not looking at like, oh my gosh, I don't even know which one I should do because there's so many. I'm trying to keep it pretty limited and just like self-explanatory or shopper friendly.
Right. Don't give it too many options because then you're just gonna be like,
yeah, like, oh,
I don't know. Surprise me.
That's confusing. I don't know what to do.
Right? Yeah.
So,
oh gosh, that's exciting. Very cool. I love the subscription idea.
Yes.
Cool. And so, all right. So you are, and your business, Dida, is called Mother Thrifting Queen.
That's right. Yeah.
That's so fun.
I think people know what it really like, where it really, is trying to say. But it's Mother Thrifting Queen.
Imagine what you want, everyone.
That's right.
Mother Thrifting Queen. Okay. I just want to make sure that I said it. All right. So, and these outfits that you are choosing, these bundles that you're choosing,
Yes.
are like, they're high quality, these are fashionable, these are going to create confidence, because you had said that you had said something about confidence. You said confidence is authentically you, something like that.
That's right. So confidence actually comes from you being authentic and you knowing who you are. And people try to, fit molds of what society says is beautiful, right? And you almost feel like you're an imposter because, well, you're not being true to yourself. You're trying to fit this other mold of what they are telling you is beautiful. But if you truly looked into you and got to know you, who are you? And when you find that authentic you, we have this light about us when we do know who we are, and we shine really brightly, and that's confidence. And we hold ourselves high because we know who we are. We know what we bring to the table. We can eat alone. We are just fine. So, I mean,
because we look great.
That's right. We know what we brought to the table. And that is being authentically you. And style, like I said, is that outward expression. So if you're styling yourself and you're telling the world with your style who you are going to walk taller, you are going to have more confidence, and you are going to be more productive, and you're going to be more successful, and people are going to be more magnetized to you because you have that light and essence about you, and you're able to actually make a bigger impact.
Oh my gosh. And who doesn't want that?
Right?
The world needs you, Dida. Thank goodness you're here.
Thank you. I need the world sometimes, so.
Well, we all need each other. That's why we're here. Um, so this is just amazing. I I love this podcast so much because I get to meet so many people in so many different areas. And I never expected this conversation. And I'm so thrilled that our paths crossed. I'm gonna get teary and I'm sorry, but I love getting to do this. And I can't imagine now my life without you in it. I mean, we met like 2 weeks ago, and my life is so much better now because of you. And if I didn't have this podcast, we wouldn't have met.
Right. Right.
I'm so grateful every day. Um, so it's so weird that this is even a thing. But so thank you. What does the word sustainability mean to you?
Jeez, after all that stuff,
right?
Let me just tell you that I am very thankful to have met you. And without doing what I do, I wouldn't be able to get to meet you. And the same goes as far as you having me on your podcast and just having this opportunity and to be able to talk to you and get to know you as well. So honestly, I'm just as thankful. And I think you are doing a huge impact as well. You're getting women out there that want to make a difference, more visibility. You're getting yourself out there and talking to people about making a difference and saving not only the world, but helping and being kind to others. So I love that we're all doing our part on this. And it's wonderful that we actually had that opportunity to meet and we get to like connect now. And
Yes.
this makes it brighter, our life brighter. So
yes. Go team.
Go team. So what sustainability means to me after that. What it means to me is to use what you have and be grateful for what you have. So that's in a nutshell what it means to me.
Awesome. That's beautiful. What more do you need?
Yeah, just simple.
Yeah. And then lastly, so I mean, we know your business name, but how can someone find you and follow you and order from you? And
so you can find me on Instagram. That's typically where I funnel all of my clients, is Instagram at motherthrifting_queen. There's a link in my bio to connect with me on my form if you would like to place an order, or if you want to just send me a direct message and just talk to me. It's me. There's nobody else. I don't have anybody else working my platforms or even answering emails. So you are more than welcome to direct message me or ask any questions.
And she's very quick to respond.
Yes, I'm always on my phone or, on my tablet because, well, that's what I do.
It's 2023.
Yeah. There's sometimes I want to just throw it in the bathtub, but, there's a lot of times it's so cool to be able to reach so many people through one little device. So if you want to direct message me, comment, anything, please do. It is me answering personally back. Just give me a little time. If I don't answer you within like an hour, I am quick. But if it goes to message request, sometimes I don't get notifications. So just give me at least 24 to 48 hours to reply to that. From there, you can also get to me on TikTok. It's a platform that I am slowly growing because I know that it's a great platform. When I say that, it's a great platform. It really is a great one. It reaches billions of people, so it can be very overwhelming to me. So I'm slowly dipping my toes in there and not trying to overwhelm myself. But you can reach me at motherthrifting_queen on TikTok as well. Or you can reach me by email at motherthriftingqueen@gmail.com. And there you can write me an email or ask any questions. So fairly easy to get a hold of me. Like she said, I respond pretty quickly. But if I don't, at least give me 24 to 48 hours.
And definitely follow because she's got great stories and she has awesome thrift finds.
Yeah, I love finding the unique fun stuff.
Yeah, very cool. Oh my gosh, this has been amazing. I can't say it enough. I'm so grateful. You are so brave. You are so grateful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I am grateful for this opportunity. I really hope you know that. And this just getting to know you and telling my story, creating a safe space for me, even to be vulnerable and tell this story. So thank you for being who you are.
Thank you. It's a big deal for me too.
Yeah.
All right.